Well, I think the task of preventing and effectively abolishing torture in practice uh, cannot be done by uh, uh, lawyers alone or by prosecutors and public defenders and judges alone. It is a much more complex social and institutional phenomenon. We need the support of the public to insist that torture be effectively banned. And we need the organizations of civil society. Doctors can also contribute essential scientific expertise and professionalism to the discovery and detection of torture and therefore to its effective suppression in specific cases. I believe the torture is ultimately a moral issue, and the great religions of the world have a lot to say about morality, and that's why I think communities of faith must and should and do make very effective contributions to the struggle against torture. I am sure there are many other uh, collectivities and communities that can and do make contributions to the struggle against torture in our world. Uh, and I especially would uh, recruit the contributions and the efforts of people who come from law enforcement bodies, who have had the experience, say, for example, of working in corrections, and even military leaders. Lately, my interests have been more diverse, and I would say they've been more diverse in the area of torture as well, because although one associates torture generally with what happens to political opponents who are very severely mistreated by dictatorial regimes, in fact, even in democracies, a lot of people are tortured. My motivation now is on preventing torture of all kinds, physical and mental, and against any and all individuals, even the most reprehensible of criminals, should be free from any form of mistreatment. My motivation now also extends to highlighting those areas of practice that are not law enforcement related or related to criminal prosecution, but that still inflict pain and suffering that can be associated with torture or cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment in areas like domestic violence, like mistreatment of um, uh, by the state and by non-state actors against vulnerable people like racial minorities or the use of excessive use of force in repression of demonstrations. I think the fact that our definition of torture is broader now is only a reflection of the need to expand this prohibition and to defend the rights of all those who are entitled to respect for their human dignity.